Thank you for coming. Please have a seat.
Thank you for seeing me. Can I just sit up and talk?
This is your time. Just make yourself comfortable. So what brings you in today?
It was January. No, I'm pretty sure it was February 2024 when I got invited out to ride the new motorcycles in Las Vegas. It wasn't my first time in Vegas, but it was the first time flying to Vegas. We stayed on the outskirts of town in a really nice hotel. We got a chance to ride the new 2024 motorcycles in the most beautiful part of Nevada that I've ever seen. The moment I started riding through that awesome terrain, it started. The ride just begun, and thoughts start racing through my mind of places I wanted to go and things that I could see on a motorcycle. During the course of 3 days, I rode several motorcycles. I even got a chance to take one on the track. When I got home, all I could think of was hitting the road on a motorcycle, but the timing wasn't right. So I tried to quench my thirst for adventure by customizing another motorcycle. I was pretty happy with the results. The bike looked great, but my crave for adventure still was left unsatisfied. So I waited.
And while I was waiting, I had a thought. Time is time. You can only do so much in a day. If I wanted to cover more ground, then I needed more speed. And if I had more speed, I could see more. And I knew just who to take it to help me test this theory.
They doubled the horsepower in my motorcycle. It was the perfect plan. I even convinced my sister into testing my new theory.
And I might have did a little bit more than what you asked for.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
And that's what it's supposed to sound like.
You can soft ride this thing around, but boy, oh boy, does it rip when you step into the throttle. And it's just impressive.
So stock, your bike made 82 horsepower stock, 107 foot-pounds of torque stock. Now you're making 122 horsepower and 131 foot-pounds of torque. This bike, the horsepower to weight ratio,
Yeah.
a 124, a 128, and a 131.
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
No, certain ones now. Hold on. I ain't saying all 128s.
You don't want that.
No, no.
And I tested it myself, shaving seconds off quarter miles. Now I could cover more ground and see more.
I love these curves. I love it. I love it.
The time is finally here. There's no better place to start than Daytona Beach. So I hosted a bike show to get things started off right. Some of the best looking tour motorcycles show up from all over the country to see what others have been working on for the winter and to meet fellow riders, swap stories, and plan trips. Then I invited a group of people to come ride with me in Tennessee. They showed up in a big way. More and more kept coming. The line went on for miles. People coming from all over the country with all different types of motorcycles. They said they wanted to ride, so we rode. We rode the interstate. We rode on back roads. We rode to see a waterfall. But do you remember my trip that I took in February when I went to Vegas to ride a motorcycle? There was a particular one that I just couldn't get out of my mind.
We are on the new Harley-Davidson Road Glide 2024.
The whole time I was riding it in Nevada, I kept thinking about what I would do if it was mine. It's like it just kept calling me. And when I finally got one, everything that I wanted to do to it, I did. It looked awesome and it was ready for the road. So I took it on a road trip, all by myself.
That 2024 has been doing a fantastic job.
Back to where it was first envisioned, to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I got a chance to meet with other two-wheel enthusiasts that love their motorcycles so much that the whole city threw a party for them.
So we left Milwaukee, went to Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, crossing back over to Tennessee. But the next day, I got right back on the motorcycle and I rode with my sister and my brother-in-law down to Georgia.
My sister Kim and Leonard. And there's my bike back there.
We are in Savannah, Georgia, and we're gonna head on down 95.
I got a chance to cruise my new motorcycle down A18, Beachfront Avenue.
All right, let's see if we can fly the drum.
That wasn't our final destination. I couldn't get that close to the end without going all the way. So we rode to Key West. Crossed over the 7 Mile Bridge. We cruised around Key West. We went to Mile Zero. We went to the southernmost point. And it was all amazing. The next morning, we woke up to a weather alert. There was a hurricane on the way to Key West.
There is a tropical storm headed this way. They said that, well, pretty much here. It's all over all the islands and part of the mainland where we're going to be on this. I'm not worried about it.
We tried to leave before we were forced to evacuate. But we got caught in the storm, and it rained hard. I mean, really, really hard. The wind was blowing. I couldn't see. There was nowhere to stop. So I kept going, holding on and praying. And just like that, we made it through. Once again, I decided to test my theory with my new motorcycle, increasing its power to cover more ground.
Let's see if we can go find Adam and see what he has for this new 24 Road Glide.
We have now elevated it to the next level.
The next level, I love hearing that.
I would say maybe a couple of levels, to be quite honest.
The next level. If the next level had it upstairs, it would be that one.
They gave me more power, and I decided to measure it in measures of time and feet. 1,320 feet to be exact. With each test, it seemed to get faster. With every pass, fractions of seconds became major accomplishments. I quickly got hooked on testing, going to different locations to test.
Then hopefully I can make a good pass today on this track. I'm here at Rockingham. I might not put it on the two-step the first time, we don't know. I gotta see what the track's like first.
It was amazing, and I've enjoyed every minute of this year. But after all that, I got a phone call. And that's when it happened.